We're going to be working on 3.1 again. We're just going to do a second day about algebraic expressions. Let's see if we remember what we talked about yesterday. The first thing I want us to do is to identify the terms and the like terms in this expression, and then we'll also figure out what the coefficients and the constants are. Let's just see if you can remember a few of these things. Class, what is a variable? It's a letter, okay? So a variable term is something that has a letter in it also. What is a coefficient?
The number with the letter.
The number part of the variable term. Say that. The number part of the variable term. The last one I want to talk about is a constant. What is a constant? Let's say it together. What is it? A number that stands alone. Excellent. So let's underline. First, you can see this is the X family. What else in my original problem is in the X family class?
Negative 6.
Thank you for telling me negative, because remember that saying, what is it? Every number has a sign, and that sign is directly in front of that number. All right, let's go on to the next one. I've got plus 10 here. What is that plus 10 called? A constant. Are there any other constants there? Negative 20. Excellent. There's another term that's in there. What is it?
The Y family.
The Y family. Positive 5Y. That's the only one. I'll go ahead and box it in, but it doesn't have any like terms because nobody else from the Y family is there. Now I've asked you to come up with what the terms are. Just by looking at the original problem, how many terms do we have there?
5.
There are 5. Trenton, what's the first one? Excellent. Amira, the second one?
10.
Very good. Talila, the next? Very good. Negative 6x. Braden? Very good. And Matthew, the last one? Excellent. We're going to now move on to our like terms. Remember, those are the terms that are in the same family. Einar, what are the first like terms that you see?
5x and 6x.
Not 5x and 6x.
Negative 5x and negative 6x.
Very good. They are both in the x family, and we keep that negative with it. Isaac, any others?
10 and negative 20.
Very good. 10 and negative 20. We just talked about this, the coefficient. Remind me again, what's the definition of a coefficient? The number part of the variable term. Ava, what are my coefficients?
Negative 5. Negative 6. And positive 5.
Excellent. Okay, so just remember, as she just said, it's anything that's attached to a variable or attached to a letter. Very good. Hayden, the next one are my constants. Remember, the constants are the numbers that stand alone. What are my constants?
Positive 5y.
Very good. The first one we see there is a 10. Then we've got a negative 20. So those are my constants because those are the numbers that stand by themselves and they are not attached to a letter. I want you guys to do problem B. Underline and circle your like terms and then fill in each of these blanks. As I just walked around, I saw a lot of people who remembered they underlined the B family. They circled their constants. If you didn't, that's okay. You just want to make your notes look like mine. The terms, you can see there are 4 different terms here. 2 thumbs up if you got these 4 terms. Very good. What are my like terms, class?
48 and 5. Negative 24 and 19. 5 and 94 and 19.
Very good. Just the girls, what's my coefficients?
4 and 5.
4 and 5. I saw a few people who wrote 4b and 5b. Why do I not want the b?
Because then it wouldn't be a coefficient.
You're right. Okay, it would be a variable term. I only asked for the number part of the variable term. And finally, the constants are the numbers that stand alone. What'd you get?
24 and 19.
Very good. You guys are showing me you understand very well what we talked about yesterday. Let's move on. The next part asks a different set of instructions. Simplify the expression. Remind me, what does that word simplify mean in one word? To make it more simple. Very good. Let's underline and circle. First up, Huang, what should I underline?
3, 4, 5,
And negative 1/2 and 1.
Excellent. What else is like terms?
Positive 12 and negative 6.
Very good. Which part should I always put first in my final answer, the variable term or the constant? The variable term will always go first. As you can see, I'm going to be doing 3/4 y minus 1/2 y. You are correct. We need to make sure we've got the same denominator. So 3/4 minus, I'm just going to focus on the coefficient right now, the number part of the variable term. Hope, what should my common denominator be? 4. Very good. So I'm going to have to multiply both of these by 2. If I were to do that, what do I get? 3/4 minus 2/4. And what does that equal? 1/4. Okay, so now that was just working with the coefficient part. That was a 1/4. And what family was that 1/4 in? 1/4 y. Let's drop it down here. Was there anything else in the original problem I should be looking at? The positive 12 and the negative 6. We got to look at those constants. Let's combine those together. What is 12 minus 6? 6. And is that a positive or a negative? Positive. 12 minus 6. Okay, that's a simple basic fact, but even if you're trying to think of our rules, take the sign of the larger number, which was a 12. In between every single one of our terms, you have to tell me whether you're adding them or subtracting them. In this case, since it was a positive 6, that means that I am adding them. So the final answer is 1/4 y plus 6. Why can I not combine those two terms together? They're not like terms. Okay, it's not in the y family. One is a constant, one is the y family. So I can't combine them unless they're in the same family. Let's go to the next one. Jalen, tell me what to underline and circle. Negative 3y.
Negative 3y, negative 5y, and then circle 4z, 9.
Excellent. What I want you guys to do now is combine the like terms. We've got the y family and we have the z family. See if you can find the answer on your own. As we look at problem B, we want to focus on the y family first because it came first. Negative 3y minus 5y. Same sign or different sign?
Same sign.
Same sign. Add the numbers, keep the sign. What do you get?
Negative 8y.
Negative 8y. If this is not what you got, please erase it in your notes and fix it. Now let's focus on the z family. Same sign or different sign?
Same sign.
Same sign. Add the numbers, keep the sign. What do I write?
Positive 13z.
Plus 13z. Can I combine the y and the z families? No, they are not like terms, so I cannot. All right, we've got problem C. I'd like you to try it on your own. All right, as I just walked around, I saw a lot of people who remembered underline the like terms, circle the other terms. 2.5 plus 4.3x minus 5. What did you get, class?
6.8x negative 5.
6.8x minus 5 is correct. Can I combine those? No. They're in different families. The first one is a variable term. The next one is my constants. For this modeling real life problem, each person in a group buys an evening ticket, a medium drink, and a large popcorn. How much does a group of 5 people pay? So we're going to start off with just writing an expression to help us with this. The first thing it says that the person buys is an evening ticket. Ava, how much is an evening ticket? $7.50. All right, so we're going to write $7.50, and then I'm going to put times x. Here's why. That times x is representing a person. So it tells us an evening ticket is not the only thing they got. What's the next thing the problem tells me they got? A medium drink. How much is a medium drink? $2.75. Do you think I should add the $2.75 or subtract it? We should add it because this is another price that they're going to have to pay. $2.75 per person. So that means x is the variable. That means I can really slip in any number at that point and find out if I wanted to know how much it'd be for 2, I could slip a 2 in there. If I want to know how many it is for 10, I could slip a 10 in there. For us, we know we're going to be doing 5 here in just a minute. That's not all these people got. What else did they get?
Large popcorn.
So should I add or subtract that?
Add.
Let's go ahead and add that. How much was it?
$4.
$4. And what variable should we put?
X.
Very good.
All the same.
As you look at those signs, same signs or different signs?
Same sign.
Same sign. You're going to add the numbers and keep the sign. There's plenty of room, so I want you to go off to the right side of our problem and add those up together. For the sake of space, I'll just come right over here. As you guys do this, you're going to find out how much one person would pay for an evening ticket, a medium drink, and a large popcorn. All right, guys, when you added it up, what did you get?
14.25.
Okay, not 14.25, but $14.25. I'm going to put an X. What does that X represent?
People.
A person, okay? Did our problem tell us how many people are going?
Yep.
How many? So what do you think I should do?
Subtract. Times.
We're going to multiply it by 5. I could do 1425 plus 1425 plus 1425 and add it 5 times, or we can just multiply it. Somewhere off to the side, please multiply it out. This will help you to understand how much the group of 5 people have to pay. Gavin, what'd you get? Okay, who can help us out? What did you get? Jalen? All right, Matthew, help us out. What'd you get? $71.25 is correct. Units are attached there because dollars and cents are your units. So that means this family of 5 is spending $71.25. Is it expensive to go to the movies?
Yes.
Yes, it is. The question was asked, do I need to put the X? No, because remember, we substituted. That was an X saying how many people. Now I know it was 5 people, so I'm putting the 5 in, which means we let the X disappear, which was our goal to find out how much they paid total. The final problem of today is asking us which one of these does not belong. In order to find that out, we're going to have to combine our like terms. So notice the -4 and the +6 are alike because what are those both called?
Like constants.
Constants, because they're numbers that stand alone. This guy, 3x. Which part should I put first, the variable term or the constant?
Variable term.
So let's just write it right here to the side, 3x. Let's focus on the constants. What's -4 plus 6?
+10.
Nope. Same sign or different sign?
Different.
Subtract and take.
+10.
Okay. So my new expression is 3x plus 2. Let's go to problem 2. Underline the like terms and circle the like terms. I want you to do that for the rest of those 3 problems and try to see if you can find which one does not belong. All right, as I was walking around, it looked like there's still quite a few people confused about this. Let's look at the second one. 5x minus 2x. What is that? 3x. And then just bring over your minus 10. So those two don't look alike. Let's see if we can figure out which other one does belong or doesn't belong. I've got the x family. Then I have my constant families. 3x. Now I've got to combine the constants. 9, -7. What is it?
+2.
+2. You got to take the sign of that larger number. So already I can kind of see, all right, these two look alike. But just to double check, does the next one look like them or not? We've got to check it out. Underline the x family. Remember, take the sign with it that's directly in front of it. -4 plus 6. What is 5x minus 2x? +3x, because that's just a 5 minus 2. -4 plus 6? +2. If your notes did not look like this, you want to erase and fix it. Who has a question for me? If you missed it and it doesn't make sense. All right, that is the end of our review today over 3.1.